Shibarium. The screenshot shows the Wagmi Temple, one of the 11 hubs that will be unlocked and will be allowed to be used by all players once the Shiba-based virtual universe launches. Among other hubs whose concept arts have already been revealed before to the Shiba community are Tech Trench, Canyon, and Rocket Pond. The project is being created by the Shiba team in collaboration with the Third Floor Studio. During this sneak peek of the Shiba Inu virtual world, the visitors will be invited to find out more about Shiba and its decentralization concepts that are at the foundation of the coin and its ecosystem. They will be able to explore the history of the token's creation by its founder Ryoshi and the lead developer Shytoshi Kusama, who has now taken the lead after Ryoshi chose to disappear from social media, removing his accounts across all platforms. On the other hand, the price of cryptocurrencies is bleeding. As I told you before, I expected the price of Bitcoin to retest the support of $20,000, but it fell to $19,500 exactly last weekend. From now on, that the situation we were expecting has been fulfilled, we have to analyze a little better, give it some time to see how things evolve. Right now, we are at a very important point. We see, for example, that Bone has also fallen by 14%, standing at 1.5 USD. We also have our currency touching a new zero. Remember that we are at the limit of the support of 10 with 4 zeros. We depend on what Bitcoin does. Anyway, we have the launch of Shibarium beta this weekend. So, the price of Bone will certainly benefit at the time of the launch. But then when the launch has taken place, it is quite likely that it will fall again, so we have to be aware of those possible aggressive fluctuations that Bond is almost certainly going to have. We also have a very important data last week, specifically unemployment in the United States is at 3.6. You know that it is in the interest of the Fed that unemployment rises to destroy the economy and positively affect inflation. Therefore, if we see that unemployment falls in the future, it will be a very negative data for the issue of the rate hike that the Fed will carry out in the next meetings, and if it stays the same, it would be the best thing that can happen to the economy right now. Because if it falls a lot, it will be fatal, and if it rises, it will also be bad. German inflation has come out at 8.7, but the most important data is the US unemployment. The fear index has fallen sharply. It has positioned itself at 34 points due to the fall we are experiencing. So it is important to be alert for what may happen in the next hours after the emergency Fed meeting today. But well, you have to be careful with this. As for Kraken, we have news because they have indicated that they are working on launching their own bank very soon in spite of the very bad regulatory situation we have. This would fit very well with the forecast we have for the role that exchanges are going to play in the future, which have all the possibilities of being the banks of the future. As they say, their own bank here, we are already talking about direct competition for traditional banks, the traditional banking system, and therefore it is very likely that they will be put all kinds of obstacles and bureaucracies unless it passes through the Arrow and Kraken becomes a fully controlled platform. Logically, it will be for the mass option, but a disaster for the freedom of movement of users. Logically, these are issues that are going to take a long time. It is something that is not going to be immediate, but in principle we see that the Voyager sale has already been approved, and this is positive, especially for users harmed by Voyager. At the moment, the official announcement is still pending after the appeals and the whole story. In principle, it is well on track, but not yet final. Also, we have a very big whale called Blue Wallow 0073 that has bought $1,363,000 of Shiba Inu in the last hours, taking advantage of the fall of the market. Many will wonder, when will the launch of Shibarium happen? The truth is that we don't know. It could happen today or tomorrow. There is a possibility that they will launch it in the morning in the United States, since today starts the Metaverse event, although I tell you that this is my own speculation and does not mean that it will come out at this time. It can come out at any time from now until Sunday. We see the Supreme Leader, who has published in an incognito way an image in which an elusive flag to the Metaverse of Shiba Inu is observed. As for Bone, we also have good news. In terms of registered activity on Crypto.com, they are putting a bit of advertising for us to deal with the Bone token, basically the typical activity that they give out $10,000 on people who trade with Bull. It's nothing great either, but it will help quite a bit to increase the trading volume of the token. And then we also have Wallet, which has announced the listing of Bone on its platform, which has 88,000 followers on Twitter, and indicate to us that Bone is the new listing DC wallet. This reminds me a lot of the time when there were new Shiba listings daily, well, almost 2 years ago now, and here the same thing is happening. But now with Bone, every day there are new listings of the token on new exchange platforms. As for the Shiba Inu holders, we have 1,321,000 practically. It continues to rise, and in 79,800, practically 80,000 holders. This is all I wanted to comment in this video. Very important news at cryptographic level, at the level of the Shiba Inu Metaverse. While